Are you a marketer trying to build up your copywriting business and you just don't know how to get started? I'm Justin Hitt with Ad Briefing's Copywriting Tips, and I want to share with you today 3 simple steps in order to start building your customer base, your client base. And what I'm going to share with you is from Chet Holmes' Dream 100 program. This is perhaps the most viable and easy to implement system in order to build your portfolio of business quick and easy. Now, I will share with you that I also combined other strategies from Dan Kennedy's Magnetic Marketing. Now, whether you're interested in Chet Holmes' Dream 100 or Dan Kennedy's Magnetic Marketing, you can contact us at the website at www.adbriefings.co.uk to ask your questions. But essentially, what I share with you here will get you started right away, and it is 3 simple steps. First, based on your experiences, you need to know what kind of copy and marketing you'll do. Now, if you're just a copywriter, you're going to get paid the minimum. Just copywriters get paid less because they're genericists. So specifically determine who as a customer you want to do business with and what kind of copywriting will you do. Now, I hope you do more than just sales letters and more than just lead generation and more than just press releases. You want to do complete marketing packages like we talk about in other programs, but let's just assume you've decided what kind of copywriting you're going to do and what kind of customers can you do it for. So number 2 is you're going to get on this good old thing called the internet, and you're going to go find those customers most ideally suited to hire you. It's going to be people with money. It's going to be people who fit in your niche criteria. It's going to be people who have immediate needs. And you're going to use every available source. Now, a lot of folks want to start doing ads at this time and start doing, Facebook campaigns and Twitter and stuff. None of that matters. You're going to simply go research the 100 individuals who can hire you right away. Now, it is best if they already hire copywriters. Now, we can go over the magnetic marketing part, which is a series of letters that you'll send to the people, and that's step number 3. But right now, we just want to get as full contact details as possible for specific individuals. That's because in step number 3, we're going to write each individual a personal letter. Now, we're not going to do a marketing campaign because as soon as an individual gets on your Dream 100 list, you're going to send them a letter. You're going to send them a letter with some context about how you found them, why you think they might benefit from what it is that you have to offer, and some idea or concept that's useful to them based on hard evidence you found. So social media is good for this. You can go in there and find out somebody's complaining about something. You can send them a letter. Now, a lot of folks want to send email, and some folks want to then, blast people and all that stuff. No, send a personal letter. It will be 1 page, and it will simply introduce why you're writing, and then it will have a paragraph. It's basically AIDA, by the way, folks. You're going to get their attention by why are you writing? I've sent you this letter. It has for 2 very important reasons. You're going to get their interest by talking about the challenge that they highly likely face. Now, because this is fact-based, they face the challenge because you saw it on a press release, you saw it on an announcement off their website, you saw it on their social media. They got a problem because they're talking about it. Then you're going to work into some kind of initial consultation. Now, I use a paid consultation because I'm not hurting for work. Okay, so I don't need everybody to call me and ask me to help them. I have private clients. I'm doing just fine. But if you're just getting started, you want to go ahead and let these folks call you. Now, you want them to call and schedule an appointment, which gives a reason why you're going to send them to some kind of name squeeze or landing page or have them fax in a sheet of paper or something. But ultimately, your letter is about that appointment. That's it. Nothing else. You're not trying to sell them copywriting. You're not trying to build an ad kit for them or write their press releases. You simply want to make sure that the problem they've identified is moving towards a solution. And you may or may not have an answer for them. So you're going to be honest up front. But they simply have someone now to turn to where you can listen to their situation. This is often called a discovery call or an initial consultation, but it's not about pitching them anything. If this is your first Dream 100 list, you essentially want to give each of these people 15 to 20 minutes to listen to their problems, okay? The reason you're doing this is because you're taking notes and you're doing market research to determine if they are interested or if they would buy or if they have a budget for the types of services that you have. So essentially, if I was listening in on your call, on this discovery call, you would not be doing anything other than asking questions. And you can follow, Tommy Hopkins has a consultative selling method that you can follow, but I'm not going to go into that here. But essentially, your first letter is a personal letter to discover the problem, to frame out the problem, to discover, what is it? What's the impact on their company? What is the outcome they're desiring? And then you take that information and set it all aside. You're going to use all that information to then write a report. And this is where the magnetic marketing comes in. So if every time you add somebody to your Dream 100 list of most ideal clients, you write each of them a personal letter, you're now going to have 100 letters. You're going to have a little bit of tracking to know which of the 100 letters contacted you back for the consultation call, and you're going to know the context of that consultation call. All that together is what gets your letter series. The letter series will then lead to a report, which is often 17 mistakes industrial manufacturers make when hiring a copywriter. Whatever your niche is, 12 mistakes that every automotive manufacturer or automotive aftermarket parts manufacturer make when they hire a copywriter. 25 mistakes that website owners make. We want to make it a little more specific, but ultimately, you're going to listen to these folks and you're going to understand their problems, and you have a small little market sample, and then you're going to write 3 letters and send them now to your entire list. So you're going to send one. You can split the list. If there's 100, you can do 50-50, split the list, but it's not statistically accurate. So essentially, you're going to come up with 1 letter to each person is 100 letters. Then you're going to take the best letters out of that, and you're going to send it to the whole list. And then you're going to take the next best letter and send it to the whole list. And then the next best letter, each of which is offering a special report. The initial consultation can turn into a paid consultation, but ultimately now you're offering a special report. The special report then is a sales letter. Now, if you're a copywriter and you can't write a sales letter, then you shouldn't be trying to sell your services to write sales letters. But ultimately, what I've shown you how to do is to use 2 common methodologies to do all your market research and then put you back in front of people in a hearable way. You would do all this before you do anything online or before you do anything on your website, because this kind of market research and talking with individuals, first off, it's likely to get you a couple assignments, but it gives you enough context to do content marketing that actually works. And more importantly, it's the basics of selling, copywriting, and marketing services. Writing a lead generation letter, scheduling an appointment, and then sending out the sales letter. Now, what's interesting about all this is that your own sales funnel and methodology can be used as an example for any client who hires you after this point. So you're going to have stats. Hey, I sent out 100 letters to 100 unique individuals. I found that 5 of these letters got responses more consistently than others. And I found that of those 5, 3 of them became customers. I took the 3 letters from the people who became customers, and based on the consultations, I rewrote the letters to then send in a marketing series. The marketing series then offered a special report, which was a collection of all the problems and pains and mistakes and frustrations that everyone I talked to had, and ultimately a plan for a solution. Of that letter, I got 3 more assignments, 2 more assignments, 5 more assignments, and now we're here together. See, it's really building a tip. It's really building up an audience. Now, you can go further and you could do a prospect newsletter. You can go from a Dream 100 to a Dream 200. I would like to see you get maybe to where you're sending about 1,500 units a month. That way you can do A/B splits easily on your letters. But right now, you simply start by finding a most ideal prospect that aligns with what you can already deliver today, sending them a letter that invites them to an initial telephone consultation. Now, they have to schedule that consultation. And then once they schedule the consultation, you'll get on a call and you'll go through a webinar, you'll go through WebEx or whatever. And then ultimately, whatever works best after you've reached 100 individuals will then become part of a newsletter series or a letter series that goes out to everybody. Can you see how systematic this approach is? Can you see how you could literally go from no copywriting clients to hundreds of copywriting clients over the period of 12 months? Because everybody on this original Dream 100 list who becomes a customer then goes to your customer list. They come off your Dream 100 list and you add somebody new. So technically, if this is producing 5 clients a month, even if it's small assignments, by the end of the year, you're going to have at least half of the list recycled. And it's a very powerful technique because what you're gaining up front is everything you need to know to solve these clients' problems. They're going to tell you about how they have sales letters that need to be beat, the controls that need to be beat. They're going to tell you about how catalogs work for them sometimes, but not all the time. They're going to talk about how their list grows tremendously, but many people on the list are stale. You are looking for packaged solutions on the back end. You're not just going to write them a letter. You're not just going to write them a press release. You're going to go through and create a package for them. And guess what? This technique I just shared with you right now, a technique that you can use today, starting from where you are right now, this technique is a campaign that you will be developing for yourself that will be enough to show any other copywriter that has plenty of business that you could be their copywriter, that you could write for them, that you could support. And so anyone in the same niche that you're trying to reach, you could go ahead and start working for them. Or you'll probably get enough assignments to work for yourself. But it all depends on a couple other factors on whether or not you have a legitimate expertise. We didn't talk about that. We just talked about the 3 key factors. So again, discover a niche audience that works well for your existing skills. Number 2 is start researching the names of decision makers and putting them on a list. And number 3, as soon as they're on the list, you're going to start sending them letters in the mail. Now, you can send them lumpy mail, you can send them regular mail, you can send them postcards at their homes. Postcards at the office don't work as well. All of that stuff you're going to do before you send them one goddamn email, okay? Because they get too many emails. You're going to send them things that are interesting. Drive them first to an initial consultation on the telephone, and then drive them specifically to some kind of report. And that a report establishes your expertise, positions you, and demonstrates your value, because obviously you're an expert if you've talked to nearly 100 people in their niche. And then ultimately, you keep doing this. Now, what's going to happen sometimes is you're going to get a couple clients really quick, and then you're going to get distracted. So you do not want to get distracted. If you're working in our marketing cooperative, where we send these types of letters out for you and we coach you through this and we provide some of the marketing back office, then you're less likely to get distracted. But really, it's a list of people. You can check mark next to the list. You can print out the list and keep it on your desk. These people are your market. These people you will research and you'll discover. Eventually, you will convert everybody on that list. Some people will tell you flat out they don't want to hear from you, and you can delete them off the list. But ultimately, that Dream 100 will be the 100 people on your customer list, and then 1,000 people on your customer list, and then who knows where it goes from there. Whether you're a independent copywriter, freelancer, or you're starting a marketing agency, Ad Briefings is here to help you get started with clients and to build, basically using your words that sell skills to build a business, to build a lifestyle, to build what it is that you desire from words that sell. Now, this even works if you're selling something other than copywriting, but it's a simple 3-step way to get started. I'm Justin Hitt with Ad Briefings Copywriting Tips. You can write us with your questions at www.adbriefings.co.uk. In the lower right-hand corner, there'll be a way that you can chat with our voice message system to ask your questions, and we will get back with you. Somebody in the office will get back with you. But again, we're here to help you get the most from your copywriting skills, to develop new customers, and to build your copywriting business. Thanks for listening, all you marketers and copywriters and business development professionals.